Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Minister for Canterbury Earthquake Recovery. Is he satisfied with the progress on the recovery from the Canterbury earthquake so far?
The Honourable John Carter.
Yes, Mr Speaker. The member will know that on Tuesday night we passed the Canterbury Earthquake Response and Recovery Act 2010 with the support of her and her party and indeed all the parties of this House. And in that sense, Mr Speaker, we have set the ability for the Canterbury to now progress on its path to recovery.
The Honourable Annette King.
Mr Speaker, in light of the Prime Minister's statement on the 7th of September that, quote, the government is prepared to step up financially and rebuild the region, does that include regional roading, which local authorities are now saying will require a rate rise and a loan facility to pay for the repairs to regional roads? And was that what the Canterbury people understood would happen from the Prime Minister?
The Honourable
Mr
John
Speaker,
Carter.
yes, the government are aware of the issues relating to roading and indeed infrastructure, and we will continue to discuss those matters with the people of Canterbury, walk alongside them and give them assistance where it is needed and where we can.
The Honourable Annette King.
Mr Speaker, has he received a report from the New Zealand Insurance Council that an emerging problem for the reconstruction in Canterbury is the shortage of labour and materials? If so, what planning is taking place to ensure sufficient labour is available in Canterbury and will not significantly disadvantage other regions which also have urgent needs for labour and materials at this time?
The Honourable John Carter.
Yes, on behalf of the Minister, Mr Speaker, yes, again, we are aware of those issues. Indeed, we're working with the construction companies and the likes of master builders and certified builders to ensure that as best as we're able we can organise the labour force both in Canterbury and across this country to provide the resources that are necessary. We're also in discussions as to whether there is need for us to bring people from overseas to assist, and again those are decisions that are under discussion and will continue to be made as we make progress.
The Honourable Annette King.
Speaker, what progress has been made on requiring building companies involved in the reconstruction to include training for the over 1,000 unemployed people in the region who already have some experience in construction and building, as identified by the Minister of Social Development and Employment last week, and who said the government was working on such a policy?
The Honourable John Carter.
Again, Mr Speaker, under consideration, of course. We're just 12 days out from the event itself. Those matters are being considered and all forms of resources are being considered.
The Honourable Annette King.
Speaker, in light of a question raised last night at a public meeting attended by over 1,000 people in Kaiapoi, will the government put together a package to compensate homeowners who have suffered major capital value loss? If so, what will that package include?
Honourable John Carter.
I wish I had the specific answers to all the members' questions, because of course those are questions that are being asked by the people of Canterbury. We're working as hard and as fast as we can to get specific answers for all those sorts of questions, and the member is right to reflect them because they are the sorts of things the public of Canterbury want to know. Mr Speaker, in that regard, we do as a government have to be careful of how we progress this matter, but we are working with the Insurance Council and the insurance companies and the banks to see how we can assist in that regard.
The Honourable Annette King.
Speaker, has he read the letter from the New Zealand Law Society sent to him a week ago asking for the government to take a lead role in solving the emerging problem of transitional insurance cover for people who were in the process of buying and selling homes when the quake struck, and which now is leading to a logjam, having a flow-on effect to house sales in other parts of New Zealand? If so, is the government considering acting as a transitional underwriter of insurance cover until this issue is sorted out?
Honourable John Carter.
I can't say specifically on behalf of the Minister whether he has read that letter. I certainly haven't myself, so I can't speak for him. I don't know. But I can tell you that the Minister is in discussions with Insurance Council and insurance companies and banks to see how this matter can be dealt with.
Question number 3, David Bennett.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the